Hi, Joni here. Tomahawks won't end Russia's war. Ukrainian missiles will. That will be the topic of today's video. But before getting to the video, please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy my content. It really helps my channel. And also please donate to my fundraiser if you can. Let's get the trucks to the 4 Ukrainian units for Christmas. The link to the fundraiser's website is in the description of this video. All the information is there. Thank you for the help so far. Slava Ukraini. Now let's get to the video. Tomahawks won't end Russia's war in Ukraine. Ukraine's own drones, cruise missiles and ballistic missiles will. Ukraine and Russia are in a race against time. As I've told you before, the war has entered a phase where the situation on the ground still matters, but it matters less to the war's outcome than the deep strike campaign that's going on. And Ukraine is doing well on its strike campaign. And Europe must help Ukraine. We need to stop waiting for Trump and Putin to find some solution to the war. Because they won't. It's Europe's duty to help Ukraine scale up production and win. The faster Ukraine scales up its production, the faster it wins the war. And Europe will finance it. Europe, not the US, will be the key to ending this war. It's in our interest. The war is much more existential for us than for the US. And Trump is just too unreliable. He's actually very predictable, he's always unreliable. The current status quo is probably the best that we can get out of him. It includes US intel sharing, and Trump allowing Europe to buy American weapons for Ukraine. Maybe some American sanctions from time to time if we're lucky. That's the current situation and we need to do everything we can to preserve it. Ukraine needs US weapons, and Europe must buy all US weapons that Trump agrees to sell. Ukraine needs Patriot batteries, PAC interceptors for them, rockets for its HIMARS launchers, air-to-air missiles, spare parts. There are just many things that Europe doesn't produce. And of course we need to push for even more, but we shouldn't expect anything. Tomahawks, Barracudas, those could also help, but Ukraine is unlikely to get them. Ukraine needs to throw everything it can at Russia. It needs to overwhelm Russia's air defense, and it needs to deplete its interceptors. And we need to do everything we can to help Ukraine with that. Russia's problem is scale. It's just a territory that's way too big and that has too many strategic targets to defend. With enough drones and missiles, Ukraine can cause a lot of damage, and it's gonna happen in the coming months. It's already happening. And most of it is coming from Ukrainian drones and missiles, but we need to also provide our own missiles to Ukraine and to try to flatter Trump to maybe get some American missiles someday. But as I said, it's Ukraine's own drones and missiles that will end the war, and Ukraine has many of them. Firepoint's FP1 and FP2 play a huge role. These drones are used almost every day by Ukraine. Firepoint's FP5 could also play a big role in the long run. But Ukraine needs to scale up production, and the missile needs to be improved with experience. Firepoint is also developing the FP7 and FP9. Those are ballistic missiles. They would really help Ukraine. Ukraine also has the Neptune, the Peklo, the bars, and many more, including missiles and drones we haven't heard about yet, and some Western missiles and drones. Ukraine just needs bigger numbers, and Europe has the money and the means. We have Russia's frozen assets. We have our own money. There are a few steps we need to take. We need to buy more US weapons from Trump to Ukraine. We need to boost our own production and give our own weapons to Ukraine. And we need to just buy way more Ukrainian weapons from Ukraine for Ukraine. Finally, we need to deepen our collaboration with Ukraine's defense industry to help them scale up faster. I keep repeating myself, but it's important. This is existential for Europe. Putin really needs to be defeated. For the first time in this war, long-range strikes matter more to the war's outcome than the situation on the ground. Ukraine's drones and missiles will end this war, and Europe must help Ukraine to accelerate that process. This is our best chance. What do you think about this? Which Ukrainian drone or missile will play the biggest role? How long will it take for Russia to give up? Could be a long time. Write your thoughts in the comments. I try to answer most of them. Well, that was it for today's video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. It helps my channel. Also, please donate if you can. Ukraine really needs it. The website of the fundraiser is in the description of this video. Thank you. See you in the next video.